to Retirement with Louie. I'm doing these videos about once a week on Sundays, since there's not much action in the precious metals market where I usually focus my attention. So let's get into an article, and then I want to go through about 6 different ways that you can generate income in retirement if you are one of the people that experts say do not have enough in retirement. According to this article by Elizabeth Gravier, experts say you should have 10 times your income saved to retire by age 67. Of course, couple that with Social Security, and you'll probably be able to make it. If you've got a paid off home, even better. What do they say first in the article before we get into these ideas that I'm sharing with you? Well, that means that if you earn $56,000 a year, you ought to save about $500,000 in order to be retired by your 67th birthday. If you assume a withdrawal rate of about 4%, you can see how they come up with a number like that. But the fears are well-founded. Transamerica CEO says that the same survey found that baby boomers have saved a median, and that's an important thing, not an average, a median of $144,000 in all retirement accounts. And that's only about 40% of what they need. All right, here are some more tips, because you're obviously going to need some more money. The majority of us are going to need some more money. And, the first thing is get out a pencil and paper and figure out what your real income needs are. And of course, you won't be contributing to your 401k. Your taxes will be lower. Your health care might be higher. So you really need to put pencil to paper and figure out how much money you need after tax. Pre-tax doesn't help you. You will need to know your tax bracket, and you'll need to know, what the net income is needed to sustain yourself. That will depend on your state. That'll depend on your Social Security benefit, whether you're taking it early, full retirement age of 67, or you push that out to 70. That will also depend on your spouse and whether they're entitled to a Social Security benefit. Check out my video from last week where I go through what the spousal benefit is, and your spouse, even if they never worked a day in their life, may qualify for a 50% benefit of your full retirement age distribution payment from Social Security, whether or not they've worked at all or worked under the minimum, or their amount that they've earned is less than half of your amount. So do not ignore your spouse. Very important you research the spousal benefit. Okay, stay relevant in the employment market. Yeah, you likely have amassed a nice repertoire of knowledge, and if you do need to go back part-time, you'll want to keep that current. So, a lot of people do go back to work part-time. Is that retirement? Yeah, sure, that's retirement. Part-time's a lot better than full-time. And staying active in retirement, I think, is one of the biggest things you need to do. Whether you do it at a part-time job, or you do it by donating services, or you have some other hobbies or passions that you follow, you'll want to stay active anyway. Okay, write out your strategy, when you're going to retire, what you're going to need, etc., and use tax incentives wherever you can, maximizing your employer match, of course, and taking a look at Roth IRAs, if those make sense, even Roth conversions. All these things can help you. Seek out professional financial advice is their last recommendation, and boy, there's plenty of it free on YouTube, so I have been studying retirement for over a year now on YouTube with some great channels, and learned so much. I guarantee you don't know everything you need to know if you're, looking forward to retirement and want to figure it out. So do use YouTube as well, and hire a financial professional if you choose to do so. Any way you go. Okay, let's get into how to bridge the gap if you don't have quite enough to retire, but yet you really need to retire, right? And as we get older, the siren song of retirement gets louder and louder. And I don't want to see you put that off any longer than you need to, because at a certain point you're trading time for money. And, money is one thing, but time is limited on this earth. So, what are some of my ideas to create additional income? Well, let's get into some ways to easily create perhaps $5,000 a year in income. And I've shared this before, but number one is Prolific. Prolific.com. Okay, here it is. Definitive human data to deliver world-leading research and AI. All this is a survey website. Let me see if I can log into my account. One second, log in. And I have been signed up for this for months now, and drawing down. Well, it depends on the effort you wish to put into it, but your account, let me get into my submissions. Okay, so here's how much I have made since I've started doing this. I've done 1,001 surveys. I've made 1,256 pounds, which probably is about $1,500 since I've been starting. And the surveys can be $2, $1, 50 cents, $5. There are bonuses, etc. So get over to prolific.com and look at whether or not you'd like to be one of the many people that participates in these professional surveys. This is the best survey website. I wouldn't necessarily mess around with any of the other sites. They're mostly smoke and mirrors, honestly. But Prolific, if they accept you, you can generate up to $5,000 a year just taking surveys. You'd have to donate at least an hour of every morning to doing it. You want to do it on a laptop, not on a cell phone. And sometimes they will invite you to more elaborate, more highly compensated surveys, which involve focus groups and whatnot. I've done some of those. Sometimes you get to meet the people in the focus groups, and generally, they're older adults. Okay, the focus group I was in was was entirely women, except for myself, and they were in the 50 to 60 year age range, trying to pick up a little extra money, sitting in your chair, taking a survey. And especially if you're a smarty pants and you know stuff about government, and you know stuff about finance, and you'd like to offer your opinions, and you pay attention, you have to pay attention or they will kick you out for not paying attention. There are checks, attention checks all throughout Prolific. But get into this, see if they will accept you. You will have to give them your personal information. If you lie about your personal information, they will ban you for life. Okay, that's all I have on Prolific. Let's just get back to YouTube. All right, you're watching me on YouTube. Here is YouTube. What you can make on YouTube. All right, YouTube is a really, really tough place to make money, but it is not a tough place to make a little money. And I'm saying somewhere around $100 a month. All right, something like that. However, I happen to be part of a community that doesn't pay very well and is rather small. That is the silver and gold enthusiast community. But if you are passionate about something and you are an expert on something, whether it be cars or snakes or building or collecting certain things that other people are passionate about, your YouTube channel can grow rapidly and you can start to earn $100, $200, $300. It would not be unusual for someone that's good at YouTube to earn $500 a month, being reimbursed through the Google AdSense reimbursement. Your channel has to get a little bigger, you have to get a bunch of followers, and you have to produce good content. If you have a Mac and you have iMovie on your Mac and you have an internet connection, congratulations, you have everything you need to produce videos. Well, maybe a nice iPhone. And an iPhone, a Mac, and internet connection, and you can be a YouTube star and pick up another $5 grand a year making videos and making friends. Some of the people I've met on YouTube over the last 10 years are some of my best friends. And like that. But don't do it in my community. Pick a community where there are millions and millions of views, and you don't have to be a dancing elephant or something to get. You just have to be in a genre that people are really interested about. Like retirement. I mean, that is a great genre. People make good money making retirement videos. Automotive is another great place to make money on YouTube. Actually, most of my income probably comes from automotive videos I do, because every time I buy a new car, I do a video on it, and stuff like that. So don't ignore YouTube. It is the entertainment of the future. YouTube, I think, in my opinion, will ultimately surpass all network media and most private media, and certainly more formal outlets. People like getting the real deal from real people. This guy here, Michael Pinto, you want to know about what's really happening in the stock market? Listen to a guy like this. You'll find out a lot that CNBC won't tell you. Okay, that's my rant on YouTube. Start a website. Okay, I recently did this, and it's going pretty well, but this is GoDaddy. Okay, GoDaddy.com can do two things for you for almost nothing. First thing they can do is let me get out of Rakuten. I'll get to Rakuten in a minute, because when I signed up for my GoDaddy account, I got a rebate through Rakuten. I'll hit that later. It's going to be important. But so you want to select your products. Now, in this case, my product is in the silver and gold area. Here is the domain. The first thing I did was buy a domain name, which I think cost about $25 for a year. And the next thing I did was set up a website through GoDaddy. And I don't know how much that, 20, 30, 40, 50 bucks, something like that, to have a website. And then you start posting comment, and you get your YouTube, your SEO words set up, and you can have your own website, and you can sell products, and you can have social media interaction, and you can have connections with other enthusiasts. And before you know it, your website could be worth something. People build websites, and people sell websites. Once you have a substantial number of followers and you're turning revenue, your website could be worth $10,000 in as little as a year. It could be worth $50,000 if you're really good at this. So consider a website. Again, you need some technology, you need a little expertise, but I've never seen anything easier than setting up a website through GoDaddy. And I'm not affiliated with them in any way, but you can have a website. There is absolutely no reason not to. Okay, so I'm going to get into the rebates really quickly here. So credit cards, card rebate, best. Okay, part of living is spending, right? And if you don't increase your income, you can reduce your expenses. And you can do that by looking for the best credit card deals. If you have decent credit, you can get 2% cash back credit cards. You can get 3% cash back credit cards. On my videos, I talk about a 3.33% cash back credit card when you shop on eBay. So if you're not getting this cash back by using credit cards, and I don't want you to go into credit card debt, obviously. You buy something and then you just pay off the credit card through your electronic banking. And all you have to look forward to is the cash that will come back. In some cases, it comes back immediately. In some cases, it might be the end of the year. But this creates a nice annuity for you if you have the right rebate credit card. They vary over time, and sometimes a 2% cashback card can turn into a 1.5%, etc. Sometimes they have rotating categories. But hey, you got all the time in the world, right? You're retired. You can pick up 5% on gas. You can pick up 5% on groceries. I think some people lock into a credit card that perhaps gives them miles or hotel stays, etc., and they get really locked into it. And what I find is the cash is king. And you can find deals out there all the time on all these things if you have the cash to pay for them. I think you make more by taking the cash. That's just me personally. You may disagree. But don't forget the credit card rebates, guys. If you're getting back 3 to 5% on most things that you buy, especially groceries or gas, you are putting a big chunk of money in your pocket, and that is going to reduce your expenses. Okay, let's get over to Rakuten. I told you about it with a little tickler there. Rakuten. Okay, this is a no-brainer. There's absolutely nothing to lose here. And if you shop online, which more and more people do, there's that GoDaddy rebate, 2.5%, Groupon, 2%. Temu, 8%, if you don't mind Chinese goods. PetSmart, 20%. All you need to do is sign up for Rakuten, right? And then you'll be approved right away. You won't start earning until you spend $30 or $50. I think you have to spend 50. Then I think they give you 30. Let's see, refer and earn. And then you can refer your friends and they'll pay you even more money. But what is the deal for new members? Oh, here we go. Okay, refer everybody you know. So you have friends, right? They join and spend $30. Okay, when you spend $30, Rakuten will give you, I think they'll give you the $30 back as a credit in your as an additional rebate, and then keep spending after that and referring friends. Okay, it's a bit of a pyramid, but don't you have 10 friends that you'd like to refer to something that is a no-brainer way to save money? Do that, and you get $300 right off the bat. What do I have so far in my lifetime? I have made, where is the number? Where is the number? Trying not to show you everything. $1,000 is how much I've gotten over the last 5 to 10 years by both buying things through Rakuten and by referring friends to Rakuten. My transactions are cashback. Okay, right now I got $7.95 cooking on rebates, and that has been through some eBay shopping, been 1% rebates there. I picked up a Jib Jab membership for Christmas. That was fun. I got $3 back. Chewy, every time I order, it's about $1 I get back. Okay, this adds up, guys. So, I guarantee there is a store here that you use and you're leaving the money on the table. You shop at Macy's, you need some underwear, whatever that is, it's 4% cash back activated, and then you shop, and that is all there is to it. You can double up the savings. So if they're having a discount and you add your discount and then you add your high rebate credit card, okay, you could be just getting massive savings by using this strategy. I'm all about conserving what I spend. All right, let's get on to the last one, which is eBay. Okay, eBay has become a little harder place to make money lately, and you don't want to sell silver or gold. Maybe you want to sell napkins. Maybe you want to sell, I'm interested in bonsai trees, bonsai trees. Maybe you want to grow bonsai trees and sell them online. Maybe you want to sell sourdough starter. Maybe you want to take apart that car that's sitting in your front yard on blocks and start selling the engine parts. Okay, engine parts come at a huge premium, and the older cars, sometimes better cars, they need that stuff. and a car that you might have sitting around, you can get good money for a visor or a steering wheel or a whole engine if you want to do it that way. You can also find products to sell, creative products. Now, you may want to do that through Etsy, another place where if you're good with crafts, and a lot of you are, pick up an Etsy store. The only downside here is if you do any substantial selling, you will get a 1099 at the end of the year. You'll have to do a Schedule C, and then the tax man cometh. Okay? But I've done, $10,000 in past years selling on eBay in a really hard category. I think you can do the same. And if you love to thrift shop, check out what a pair of used jeans sells for. Used Levi jeans. Did I spell that right? There you go, $39 for a pair of vintage Levi's. And people are buying them. You probably have those in your closet. First, clear out your house and get rid of all that old junk that nobody wants. I guarantee your kids won't want it, right? Kids seem to want nothing anymore. And make some money on eBay. But do consider the taxes, etc. That you will get that 1099. It is very annoying. You could also have a garage sale. That doesn't hurt. Oh, look at that Jets jacket. That's pretty cool. Find something like that. It's worth $129 on eBay. Money adds up, and you need more of it. So these are some of my ideas, in retirement. And, enjoy your retirement. Conserve your spending, create passive income, create semi-active, easy chair income, and you could find yourself adding $5, $10, $15, $20,000 a year to your retirement paycheck, and then life is good. Life is good. Well, you won't be as young as him, but you'll get across the finish line, right? Okay, guys, this has been Retirement with Louie. I hope you enjoyed this, and please post your questions and responses and ideas for how to supplement your income. So many people are short on income, and inflation is just is really taking a toll on retirees. So fight back. Fight back with modern technology. Fight back with everything you have, the current social media structure, the online marketplace. You can do it. All right, guys, I look forward to hearing your comments. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you want to see me here next Sunday. I'll keep doing Retirement with Louie. Until then, have a great weekend.